I've often told stories about beautiful women who brought chaos to kingdoms, but few have ever heard of the Red Sleeve General. She was not remembered for her beauty. Her story faded from the official histories, but among the common folk, her name echoes like a warrior's song. She was not a queen or an empress, just a woman who picked up a sword to save her people. And today, I'm going to tell you her story. The year is 762 AD. The Tang dynasty burns with war. Along its borders, Tibetan and Uyghur forces press hard like a hammer and anvil against the great wall that shelters the empire. At the fortress of Liangzhou, the best general of the Yun family has fallen. In battle, he lost all 3 of his sons. Only his daughter, Yun Niang, remains. The old general despairs. His bloodline ends with him. Without a son to carry on the family name, how can the army be led? When the nation is in danger, even a woman must stand at the front. So saying, Yun Yang takes her 3 brothers' armor, steps before the troops, and mounts a horse. Her men doubt her, a woman leading them into battle. But Yun Yang does not argue. Instead, she draws an arrow, shoots it into the air, and brings it down 100 paces away. She dismounts, steps forward, and strikes the mock enemy with her spear. The camp erupts in cheers. The doubts vanish from their eyes, and they rally behind their new banner. Next day, clad in crimson-trimmed iron armor, she leads them to war. Her mount, a magnificent black steed with a flowing mane. Like a fire and ice phoenix, she flies across the battlefield, fearless and fierce. Her name, the Red Sleeve General, cunning as well as brave. One night, she orders the soldiers to wrap cloth around their horses' hooves so they make no noise. Then, slipping past the enemy, they reach a valley where fires are lit, and at her command, 1,000 fire arrows streak into the sky. The flames light the night like a storm of firebirds. The enemy panics, believing heaven itself has cursed them. They flee in terror, stumbling over one another as they go. And so the battle is won. It becomes known as the Fire Phoenix of the Valley. From then on, her enemies tremble at her name, the Red Sleeve General. Some time passes. The Tibetan commander has heard whispers of her beauty and her valor. In his war tent, he laughs, imagining the Red Sleeve General. Surely she's as lovely as she is fierce. So he sends envoys to the fortress where she resides, offering peace between the 2 nations and promising her hand in marriage. If she agrees, he'll withdraw his forces. Yun Yang laughs when she hears this. To her, the enemy is nothing but a threat to her people. How could she agree to such a thing? She draws her sword and cuts off the messengers' heads right there in front of the entire camp. I Yun Nay, she shouts, will die, a soldier of Temps, never a trophy of the enemy. Her answer reaches the commander and he fumes with rage. But he knows better than to risk another defeat at her hands. And so he never repeats such an insult. But fortune favors the bold, and fortune has run out of patience. Soon, Liangzhou itself is besieged. For 10 days, Yun Yang holds the walls. Arrows gone, food gone. She fights with a handful of soldiers until there are no more arrows. No more food, no more hope. On the final day, she puts on her red-sleeved armor once more. From the battlements, she cries, if the city stands, we live. If it falls, we die. Then she rides out at the head of her 500 soldiers. They fight until none remain. In the end, the official histories mention her not at all. To the victors, her deeds are nothing but a footnote, but folktales endure. Some say her body was never found, only her shattered red armor. Others swear that on stormy nights, a woman in crimson sleeves still rides across the skies of Liangzhou, spear in hand, guarding the frontier. The Red Sleeve General, perhaps only a legend, but her courage will never be forgotten. Now Temp's legends are filled with tales of daring women, but few are as exciting as the ones starring our favorite female emperor, the Empress Wu. In this series, I've retold many of her amazing adventures, but which is best? You decide in this poll. And while you ponder that, don't miss these other stories of Thames history's greatest woman.